Welcome back to the Daily Doge. We're live for the second day in a row for the live Daily Doge. I want to talk today about the market crash. Everyone's been talking about the market crash I've been hearing about it for the last 10 years or more. So let's talk about that also, but first we're going to do Dogecoin technical analysis. And after we look at Dogecoin, we're going to look at the S&P 500. I was looking at the S&P the other day while I was recording one of the modules in my new course that's going to be coming out. And I saw some really interesting things going on. So I definitely want to look at the chart, but I'm focusing on technical analysis and not the news or the hype. So we're going to be looking at the chart and the technicals only. But I mean, there's a lot of speculation we could do about why things do what they do. And a lot of other people's videos are talking about why it's going to happen and why the market is due for a crash. But first, we're going to take a look at the Dogecoin. So right here, yesterday I had drawn a triangle because I saw this forming right about there, and then it pulled back a little bit. It hit the line that I drew as a triangle right there, came back and bounced off the bottom of it, and then broke down to the bottom. So I was thinking, and before that, I thought this was going to come down quicker. Thought this was going to come down 1, 2, and a 3. If you remember, if you saw my previous videos, let's see here. I had this, I thought it was going to be something like this. And then, but that didn't happen, and instead we had this long drawn out. So this could be happening right now. Could be the same pattern I had, and then all that will happen is that this will come down here. I'm going to get rid of the triangle. Now it's not really helping. We might see something like this happen, or this could have already happened. Like that. We'll get a closer look in here and see what's going on. But first, let's zoom out. Usually I start at the very beginning on the daily. You can double click on the price action on TradingView, and then it'll automatically balance it out into the middle. Okay, there's so many things drawn here that I'm going to turn all that off. Okay. So this is pretty much the wave that we've been looking at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves up. So far we've had 3 waves down, another 3 waves, well, another wave with 3 subwaves up, and then what looks like 3 waves down. So I'll turn the drawings back on, get rid of some of them, don't need all of this, get rid of everything except that too. Okay, a little bit easier to read here. So this looks like this was the correction so far since May 8th. That was the Saturday Night Live, what everyone was excited for it to go to $1. Yeah, right. But anyway, people that don't realize that Elliott waves are a thing and they think it's magically just going to go up forever. Well, they had a rude awakening because that's not how nature works. Elliott waves are based on nature. And I mean, look, this is the facts of what happened. That's why I like the technical analysis, because it's already fact once it's on the chart. You can speculate all you want about what you think might happen, but then what actually happens is the king. So this is basically the history of people's psychology as they're trading Doge. Okay, so we've got this. Also, you can ask questions because this is live. And we should actually, let me know where you're tuning in from. We should get some comments rolling, or YouTube won't show my video to anyone. Although Monday is probably the worst day for videos, I'm doing it anyway because people have been asking for more daily Doge, live daily Doge, 2 a day and everything like that. So we'll do as many as we can, and I can do one right now, so I am. So this is potentially a WXYXZ. Now that could be finished down here around 16 cents, but I keep saying in the recent videos that I don't think it's finished because there's still waves of 3 going on. 1, 2, 3, and then we have this going sideways right now. So that could have been over. That could have been the end of this sideways action since June 24th. It's been frustrating and boring probably to everyone when it just goes sideways. There have been a couple little trading opportunities here and there, but I honestly wouldn't recommend trading some of these parts of corrections because you can't, it's hard to tell when they're going to end because there's a lot of overlapping. Waves overlapping waves, overlapping waves. And this has been 3 waves, 3 waves, 3 waves, repeating over and over. That's why I think that either this is done or might have another. I'll take a closer look into this right now, and then it's probably going to go up again. Not as high as I said yesterday because it came down here. So let me do a trend base fib extension, which is over here. Talked about these yesterday, and I also just did a module about them in my new course that's coming out soon. So you click at the bottom of the wave, you click again at the top, and then you bring it down if this is over. Now again, it might have another leg down somewhere around 20 or 21. But let's say that that's done. This would probably come up to around 35.5-ish at least, because it's been making waves of 3, and I don't think this is any different. I think this is going to be a 1, 2, 3 of some sort. And this middle wave, or excuse me, WXY, and the X wave has just been sideways 1, 2, 3. Let me get rid of this. All right, now let me get rid of the Fibonacci extension. Just wanted to see a good place to end that hypothetical Y wave. And as always, I'm not a licensed financial advisor, so don't do something just because I did it, because I'm not streaming 24/7. So things can change, and that's why I don't. You should learn yourself and make your own analysis, ideally. And if you're just a beginner, then learn as much as you can. And try to learn as much as you can without losing your own cash, ideally. Okay, so let's go to the 30-minute. How many waves down do we have here? This looks like getting into the nitty-gritty here. Now at first, this looks like 5 waves here. Let me change the color of that. Okay. This looks kind of like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but I don't think it is. Because if you look in closer, well, that might have been. This middle wave here. To me, it looks like one, two, three, and then there's a little wave in the middle. Still looks like 3 waves of 3 to me, although that one is a tricky looking one. But this one back here looked like an ABC coming down. Did it click? And let's see what else we can notice. What I'm trying to figure out is if this wave down is done yet. For the time being, at least. Because I think it's going to punch back up a little bit to 30 something. What was that, 35 and a half? So if that does happen, this could be a juicy trade coming up. Again, it is risky, trade at your own risk. Because what's the underlying asset of Doge? Question mark. This could have been some kind of 5-wave structure here, but I don't think there were. That's possible, but I don't. That shape isn't the usual shape of a 5 waves. And I know from the beginning of this correction that it starts looking like 5 waves, but it's all crunched into the beginning. That's usually because it's not 5 waves. It's really some kind of 3 waves. I think it might come down for one more half of this final subwave right here. Let me change the color of it. Because right here, Probably should have changed the color after I did it. Okay. 1, 2, 3, and then a little wave up. And then I think we're in the middle of a 1, 2, 3 again. Coming down somewhere around there. Let me see how long this first leg was. You can measure it with the fib extension. You can also, I just sometimes draw a line. So it will need to come somewhere down to around 22. I don't think it's going to be a huge wave if it is, although it could zip down. So this would be something like that, which there's a lot going on right here, but I'll delete these subwaves so it's easier to see. Something like this. What do you think? And then there would be something like this right here. Going up. We'll change the color of that. All right. That's kind of what I think is going on. I keep updating it as we go because this sideways action right here is really difficult to chart. And usually I wouldn't even chart it. It's just overlapping, and it could make double, triple corrections, which is, I think, what's happening right here. These big 1, 2, 3 wave coming up right here, and then we're going to come down and do another correction, I think. That's the annoying part about corrections. It's that they're hard to decide when they're finished, when they're over. So that's why it's risky, and that's why it can be difficult. So let me take a picture of this really quick, and then I'm going to look at the S&P because everyone's been talking about it crashing for the longest time, and I've been expecting it to crash also, actually. But let's look at it because, all right, are we lagging here? Lagging a little bit, but bear with me and we'll check it out. Okay. All right, is anyone trading the S&P, or is everyone just trading crypto? Let me know in the comments. I'm curious what people are interested in. I think this is relevant because it is the top 500 companies. All right, so I took a look at this the other day while I was recording a module in my new program coming out. Looks like I had stuff drawn all over it. Let me erase some of this. Just erase the biggest things. Yeah, I was doing a module, training module, so there's a lot drawn on here. Getting in my way now to look at it. Okay, it's a little better. So right now we're at 4,352, and let me also delete that. And let's zoom a little bit out. to the weekly. The weekly on Dogecoin is like a little blip. But with the S&P 500, we can go all the way back to, we can go on the monthly all the way back to, I think, the 1800s, which is fascinating. All right, looks like we're going up on this week. So if we zoom out here, if it comes up to around 4,600, maybe I'll put a line there just as a marker, because I want to get rid of this. Okay. And yeah, there's a lot of markings here from what I was showing. If you're interested in the course that I'm 95% done making, let me know in the comments, and I'm thinking about letting a few people try it out before I officially release it. If you would like to be in the test group, let me know in the comments. Actually, I do want to go out to the monthly, because this is just so long that... Okay, 1872 goes all the way back here. All right, so we had a run up all the way to 1500-ish in what was that, the year 2000? Or right at the end of right at the turn of the century. And then there was was this the 01 crash that everyone mentions? And then it came back up here, and that was in 07 and 08 crash. That was the same correction, it looks like to me. So let me erase even more of this stuff. And if you want to see what was in the course, what I was teaching here, just let me know and I will get in touch with you. Or you get in touch with me. All right. And there are links to get in touch with me at the bottom of the description of the video. If anyone's watching this in the replay. Okay, so this is the S&P 500, and this was just trying to get rid of all of these markings that I drew up here. Alrighty. I sure was teaching up a storm, I can tell. And this is live, so welcome. And somebody comment, please, and break the ice. For the someone being the first person to comment sometimes is needs an icebreaker. Say hello and where you're tuning in from. And if you want to see any technical analysis of any other stocks or crypto or indexes, let me know the symbols in the comment and I'll do it. I'll even do it live right now. Okay, so this was back in 01. Well, it was in 2000, and then also 2001 started coming down more. Then it came back up only to, in 07, 08, crash again. This looks like a flat correction. Very typical looking correction. A, B, and C. Easy to notice. So this was called the 01 crash. This was called the 08. This was what? Was this the .com bubble? Is what everyone calls it now. So if you're watching the news, they're not going to know about Elliott waves. They're going to call this the dot-com bubble, then they're going to call this the 2008 crash. Well, that was the same correction. And then, oh, this looks like another 5 waves up. And then another correction, which wait a minute. This could be an extended wave, or let's see the fib-based. Okay, let's start back here. Come up. This went to the... Okay, this was plenty high enough to be the next wave. That might have been the next correction. So this would have been a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This was the next correction after this. So this is kind of what I'm seeing. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're on the 5th wave up. I think. And that's why everyone is saying it's going to crash. Because if this is accurate, and if this is the 5th wave up right now, it's not quite done, I don't think. However, there's a signal on the RSI. If the price is shooting up, but the RSI is coming down, that's not good. Also, it was higher up all the way back here than it is now. But look how much the price is. Double, more than double, triple. So this right here was a warning. I thought that was the top. So back there, what was that, like oh, that was 2018? Then I thought the top was here in 2020. And this was just, looks now in retrospect, looks like an extended flat. Correct, an expanded flat. And now, what are we going to have? So let me zoom in now to this last final wave up. Oops. So how high is it going to go, and then how far is it going to drop? That is the question. I'm being quiet. I'm just staring at the wave. Don't mind my silence. Thank you for sticking around. Sometimes I just have to be quiet for a minute and stare at the chart until I see a pattern emerging. I do see a pattern emerging. I think this looks like a 1, 2, and this, I don't think this is done yet, so I'm just, hold on. Something like this. since 5,000 is right there, I'm going to choose that as the top, just because people like round numbers like that, including myself. That looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4 in the middle of this wave, but this wave could extend potentially, but it's the RSI is dying down, so that can't be ignored. It can keep going up in price, and the RSI can keep going down, and it's just going to be a juicier and juicier short for whoever's shorting it. And I am shorting it just a little bit, but I was early, so I'm going to short it more. Just that you don't have to do what I'm doing. I'm just probably going to short it more. If it gets up to 5,000, it's going to be hard for me not to want to short. And look, on the MACD, we've got a crossover actually right here. But it's not. It's wiggling back and forth, so it's not a definitive one. It might go up one more time and then cross again when this happens. So how far is it going to drop? If this is accurate, let's go back to the monthly so that we can see the whole wave. Oh, now I've got it all marked up. Okay, so I'm going to use a different fib tool, Fibonacci Retracement. From the bottom to what I think might eventually be the top. Of course, I'll have to adjust this. And it can't be in the negative, so it's got to be at least 0 at the bottom. Okay, something like this. Close enough for now. So if it does drop, if it comes to a top up here and a 5-wave if this is the 5th wave, we're going to have a 4th wave of the 4th subwave of the 5th wave, and then the 5th wave of the 5th wave. And I'm going to delete that line, actually. So if it goes up there and then comes down, it could come down to $1,000 or 1,900. That's probably what I would be looking for. Let me draw and the reason I'm saying that is because, okay, click. To at least the 2,500, half, 0.5, but it'll probably come down more than that to, yeah, I think it's going to be more like this. Somewhere between 1,900 and 1,000 is going to be the buy zone I'm going to draw in here. But when it does come crashing down, it's going to bounce. Just like some people call it a dead cat bounce, which is the terrible name, but whatever. It comes crashing down. It's going to bounce back up before it comes back down. So it won't drop directly down to 1,000 right away. It'll take at least 3 waves or 5 waves down for that to happen. And I'm going to be, sitting here waiting. I've been waiting for this for so long that I'm going to be waiting for that. Because that could be a nice, juicy opportunity for some young people to get into this index. also it could be a really terrible disaster for a lot of people who are just in fantasy world that the market just magically goes up and up and up. That's not how the market works. That's not how the market works. There are usually 5 waves up, followed by at least 3 big waves down, and that's just how it works. It's foolish, I think, to just pretend that it's just going to magically go up forever. That's living in a fantasy world. Check out the book Elliott Wave Principle if you're interested in Elliott Wave theory. It's an older book, but it still applies, and I'm applying it to Dogecoin, which is a newer thing, and it was created as a joke, but it still works. Elliott Wave still works to chart it out, just like you can use it to chart the S&P 500, which is not a joke. Well, depending on who you ask. To some people, the S&P might be a joke, but there are underlying companies here. When you buy the S&P, you're buying a part of all the businesses that it's representing. But, I mean, if there's some disaster coming up, I don't know exactly what is going to trigger this to happen. That's not what I usually talk about on my channel. In fact, this might take a while to fall into it. But I don't know exactly what event is going to happen to trigger this to crash. That will probably not be fun for a lot of people, but it's going to happen because the market always corrects. So it's normal, it's natural. And it's a fantasy to believe otherwise. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just waiting for... To me, this is not a good time to buy in to the S&P because it's overbought already. Once it gets back below this line here, this is called the RSI, the Relative Strength Indicator, Relative Strength Index. When it comes down below this 30 line, that's when I'll start looking into potentially buying. I'm not necessarily going to buy right when it dips in. Also, it depends the time frame. It will dip into that on a shorter time frame. See, it already did go down in there. On the weekly chart, it went below. Actually, on the daily, I'm going to put an alert for myself. Oops. What is this? Oh, it's drawing. I'm going to add an alert for when the RSI on the S&P 500 drops below 30 on the daily. Once per bar, crossing down, open-ended. Oh, they won't let me do that one. Not at that level. And I'll put it as far out into the future so it doesn't expire right away. Because that might take some time actually to happen. In fact, that alert might expire even if I set it out that far in advance. So I'll have to remember to keep an eye on that. Also, if this price goes up to around $5,000, I do want to short it. Wahahaha. Which you can short it by, there are a couple different ways to short. Some of them are funds called, I think it's the SQQQ. No, that's shorting the NASDAQ. Shorting the S&P, I forgot the name of it. SPXU maybe is the symbol. There's a symbol of shorting the S&P. I think it's called SPXU. There's a few of them though. There's more than one. But I think it's gonna keep trying to go up more before that's gonna happen. I was trying to short it way back here, but I was early. So there you have it. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. We have price targets for the S&P. If it goes up to $5,000 and then drops all the way to $1,000, people are going to soil themselves. It's going to be brutal for people trying to retire. I've been warning people about it though, so I mean, people that have no idea about the market are just handing their money over to people. Hopefully their financial planners are looking out for this and preparing for it. Unfortunately, most financial planners get paid no matter what. No matter if you made money or not, they get paid commissions. So there's that going on. I don't think many financial planners are warning people to take all their money, take all their profit, but maybe not take all of it, but take some. And I'm not a licensed financial planner again. I know I said that already, but this might be a good place to take a profit. On the top of this current wave might be a good chance, just in case this fifth wave becomes truncated like that, which can happen. But the market these days has just been delusional going up, which actually, that is the psychology of a fifth wave, is delusional going up. Because Elliott waves are tracking psychology. Remember, these are humans trading, and humans thinking it's going to go up or down. So this is all tied to human psychology, and it's all tied to Mother Nature, basically, because that's how Elliott wave theory was discovered to begin with. That you can predict there are natural swings to the market that have some predictive power. Now, it's not 100% foolproof because the market could be manipulated, or like I just mentioned, the fifth wave could be truncated. There are a couple little things here and there that make it difficult, but it makes it really easy for me anyway, compared to the people that are just blindly trading, praying that it'll keep going up. That, to me, is foolish. I try to ride the waves. So far, Doge has been pretty easy to read, I think, because it's so purely based on psychology. There's a lot going on the S&P. There's a couple hundred years history on the chart. Dogecoin was just made as a joke recently, and it's almost purely speculation. So that's been easy to read the Elliott waves. I mean, kind of easy. That's why I like it, and people have been asking me for the more videos, so that's why I keep making them. I'm gonna wrap up the video here unless you have any questions. Let me know questions in the comments. Let me know if you want to see any other technical analysis of anything else. Just drop the symbol in the comments. If you're watching this in the replay, thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. I am going to be done making my trading stock and crypto trading course it's pretty much done. It's in like 90-some% done. I just have 1 or 2 more modules to make. And let me know if you want to test it out before anyone else gets in. Because, it's going to take me some time before I release it. I need to put it all together on the website and make the logo and all that kind of fun stuff, that dotting the T's and dotting the I's and crossing the T's, I meant. So it needs to be packaged up well and everything like that. And I want to have some people trying it out before I release it to the public. Ideally, that's what I did with my health program. I had several people going through it before I ever announced it. So let me know if you want in on the test group. All right, thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. If you do have any comments, let me know in the description or in the comment section. And thank you so much for all the support recently. My channel is about to be eligible for monetization. I'm really excited, obviously, for that. And I will keep cranking out the videos as long as you keep watching them and liking. So make sure to leave a like and a comment and share this somewhere relevant. You don't have to share it anywhere irrelevant, but if you're in a crypto course or in a crypto group or something like that, trading group or Elliott Wave group, then feel free to share. It would really help it out, help me out, help the channel out, and also it would help the people watching it out, because a lot of the viewers have been telling me that these videos have been really helping while they're trading a lot. So thank you for the people that have been leaving feedback. I appreciate it, and I'm gauging the videos via your feedback. So I do definitely take the feedback into account, because this channel is for you. The channel is not for me. I could do my own technical analysis on my own without telling anyone. But I'm doing these because people kept asking for more Doge videos. And then I said, I started doing the daily Doge, and certain people said they loved it. So I kept doing them. Some people asked for 2 a day. We'll see about that. I could do 2 a day, definitely, but I don't know if enough people would watch it, because sometimes when I do them back to back to back, they don't get as many views. It's hard to figure out the YouTube algorithm, honestly. It's sometimes I nail it, and sometimes the videos are a total dud. I put the same effort into every single one. So just because one of my videos has more views than another doesn't necessarily mean it's a better video. It just means for some reason the YouTube algorithm picked it up and showed it to people. So I have over 200 videos, and some of them have been doing well recently, and I appreciate that. And other of them just get lost in the wayside. So if you do like this, definitely check out my playlists, because I have tons of videos in playlists. All right, I'll keep cranking them out. I'll see you in the next one, and if you have any comments, let me know now. I used to do Q&As live, but I think we have to get into the swing of things. And once people know what time I'm going to be live and everything like that. So I put a poll up I posted on my channel discussion, a poll asking what time I should go live. So let me know, because I'm just getting into the swing of the live daily doges. And I want to find out the best time that more people are going to be online. Because the whole point of doing it live is so that people can tune in live and comment live. Otherwise, and also the good thing about doing it live is that I don't have to edit the videos or mess around with post-uploading them, which is a huge pain in the butt, actually. After doing over 200 videos, oh man, I would hire someone or a whole team of people on this channel. If my channel takes off, if at some point I figure out the YouTube algorithm and really knock one out of the park and get tons of subscribers and everything like that, I will definitely hire people to help me so that I can crank the videos out more. Because honestly, I can make the videos, no problem. I could do 5 a day. But it's just the posting them, uploading them, SEO, which is search engine optimization. That's a big part of getting people to view them. You know, sharing them in groups, which I don't do and I should. Which, if some of you have helped and shared them, and it's been I can see the views rocket when someone does that. It's always better when a third party shares it rather than myself for some reason. People don't like when you promote your own stuff, but if some random stranger promotes it, they'll eat it up. That's fascinating. So anyway, that's kind of where the channel is heading. I'll keep doing daily Doge. I was doing at least 3 a week, and I'll do more if they keep performing well. But I'm experimenting on which time I should go live. So let me know, and I'll see what I can do. So, and the channel will be monetized soon, I hope. But I'm gonna have to wait until YouTube contacts me, and I'm gonna do a video about that because I think that's really interesting. I've had this channel for 7 years, but I only started really doing consistent uploads about a year and a half ago. So for like a year and a half, I've been posting consistently, non-stop almost, and I noticed the channel growing when I started doing that. So we'll see what, I don't think it's going to make that much if I get monetized soon. I think you get paid once a month. So once I do get monetized, I'll have to wait a month. And then I'll do a video. I might do 2 videos. One when I do get monetized, and then a second one when I actually get paid from it, and see what it's like to see the first paycheck. Oh, thank you so much for the like. Finally, I've been streaming for a long time, and you're the first one. Thank you. Without your likes, YouTube will not show my videos to people. It's part of the algorithm, so I appreciate that. So yeah, I'm gonna do a video when I get monetized, and then another one showing how much I got paid in the first month. I don't expect it to be a lot, honestly. It's probably, but hey, I'm gonna be happy anyway, just because it's a goal that I've had. Hello, Lucas. Thank you for tuning in. Finally, someone commented. Thank you. Finally, we got some comments rolling in. I'm gonna, eventually I'm gonna go live at the same time every day. Oh yes, we've got more comments. Thank you. Learn to Code asks, do you think Doge will drop down to 16 to 20 cents? And then Lucas said, I just watched your first live, then checked and you were live right now. Awesome. I don't think that YouTube is showing people that I'm live. So if you are watching, make sure to hit the bell icon when you subscribe. That way it's supposed to notify you when I go live. But I think it only does that once people start liking and commenting on the live. And then it'll start showing it that even though I've already been live for 45 minutes or something, like an hour. Awesome. Thank you so much for watching my videos, and thank you for commenting. Isaac said, thanks for your time and effort to get us the information we need. Oh yeah, baby. Thank you, all of you, for commenting. You rock. See, this is what it's all about live. It's about your comments and me reacting to them. Otherwise, it could just be a pre-recorded video. I love it. So let's see. Let me answer your question. Learn to Code said, do you think Doge will drop? I do think it's a very possible, it's a very high possibility. Let me go back to Doge. And as you can see, look at my watch list. My watch list is out of control. I've got so many things. Oh man, if you want to see any of this stuff, I usually don't do technical analysis for all of this stuff, but I just, every time I look something up or every time someone asks me to look at something, Doge. All right. Do I think Doge will go to 16 to 20 cents again? I would not be surprised if it did. First of all, I'll say that right away. I would not be surprised if it did. Here's kind of what I have going on. I did this at the beginning of the video. This has been difficult and confusing, this sideways action, which it always is. Corrections are difficult and confusing as in general. So kind of what I'm thinking, based on the waves, not just my random thinking, is that it's probably going to come back down to around 22 cents-ish. Sometime soon, I'm expecting, like in the next day-ish, in the next day or so. And then if that happens and looks like this kind of pattern right there, unless it looks like some totally different pattern emerging, then I'm going to change my count. But it seems like it's going to come down maybe to around 22 or 22.222 would be synchronistic. And then come back up 3 waves, which I was thinking is going to happen for the last several days or couple, like week or so. If it did drop from here to 16, I wouldn't be totally blown away by that, but I think it's probably going to do another wave up with subwaves of 3 subwaves, and then come back down to 16 or even, dare I say, lower. But I'm kind of expecting, now don't base your trading completely off of what I'm doing because I'm not a licensed financial advisor, and it's possible for me to make mistakes, even though even though I've been right a lot. It doesn't necessarily mean that my next thing is going to be right. So that's why I try not to get cocky and arrogant, because I fear and respect the wave. And I don't get arrogant about it because it, you know, you could get wiped out. So I'm cautious, but I have been accurate a lot. So we'll see. All right, let me see. More comments coming in. Let's see. Isaac said, wasn't notified. That's annoying. But, well, thank you for watching anyway. I appreciate it. Isaac said maybe double bottom at 17 or 16. I don't think it will double bottom. I think if it does this and comes back down, it would either make an entirely new shape, for example, something like this, or more probably something like this. Ooh. And something like that, maybe. Or even, this could not be 5-wave, this could be potentially some kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 coming down. Or it could be, and I know I'm throwing a lot at you right now, could even be another WXYZ or something. And I know no one wants to hear this. This could drag on and on and on and on. I was trading the top of Bitcoin in 2017, and I saw it come crashing down, and the correction went on and on and on for 2 years. So I'm not saying I want this to happen. I'm just saying that it might. So that's why I have a close eye on the RSI, and I'm making some trades off of the RSI because this could go on and on and on until everyone gives up, and then finally it will rocket. That's basically how the psychology of the corrections work anyway. So Lucas said, I'm new to trading in crypto. I recently came across Elliott Waves and it was intriguing. So I searched out on YouTube and your video popped up. Oh, that's cool. Your videos are awesome and I've learned so much. Oh, wow. Great. A wealth of knowledge. I did have a question from your last live video. Even you said Elliott Waves are based somewhat on human psychology. No, they're based entirely on human psychology. Then said a tweet from Elon or late night type TV doesn't affect the waves. Well, maybe it affects the waves. And I'm taking took a screenshot of your positive comment. Thank you. For the first long time when I started this channel 7 years ago, I got a lot of hateful comments. So when people comment positive things, it's not that I care what people think, but it is a good dopamine hit when people say good things. Makes me know that I'm heading in the right direction, and it's good for people to like the channel. I mean, the whole point is for it to be successful, so I appreciate the feedback. So, okay, let me answer your question instead of just getting flattered by your kindness. So I said Elliott Waves are based on psychology. Yes. In fact, I've got the book sitting right in front of me. And I just did a module in my new course that's going to be coming out on Elliott Waves. So I've been talking about this a lot. The price action, so let's go to the 1 minute. Why does something go up and down? Because people are buying and selling. When more people, is there an arrow somewhere? There's a way to just draw. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay. There are arrows somewhere. Here we go. Why is it going down right here? And why is it going up right here? Well, basically, because people like me and you decided to buy and sell. People thought it's going to go up, so they bought it here. People thought, is there a frown face? Where did I get that? Where is that happy? Okay, there's a frown. The frown face. Okay, so I know I'm overly simplifying this, but that's what I do sometimes that people understand. So people got sad or scared and sold. And people got, ooh, it's down to 22, buy. And then when there's more people, let's see right here, when there's more people selling, there's a whole crowd of people or a giant whale, which if you're new and don't know, a whale is a person that has tons of money, like billions of dollars or something. So if a whale or a whole crowd of people come along and decide, ooh, that's a good price, then they buy. If a whole bunch of people get scared and panic and sell it, then the price goes down. Does that make more sense? And actually, I should have moved all these guys over here to make a better image. And these guys over here. Does this make sense? So it's all psychology. It's all people saying, I want it at that price. Or, uh-oh, better sell. It's that simple. So if we simplify it to that, you can start to predict, if you watch the chart long enough, you can start to predict what people are going to do. Because people are predictable. I've been studying psychology for over 15 years, so maybe I have an edge. I better have an edge, or why did I spend all that time doing that? But, that's basically what I'm trying to do, is predict what people are going to do. And honestly, in my past, I've been really accurate at predicting what specific people are going to do. So, when I got a certain age, in hindsight, I was saying, I'm always right. This is what I say to myself. I'm always right about X, Y, and Z. So I want to make money off of it. So that's kind of why I'm interested in this, because it's a way for me to use psychology to predict what people are going to do. And instead of being angry after, like, oh my God, I can't believe people did that. Or, oh, I can't believe so-and-so did exactly what I said they would do. Instead of being like grumpy or just a smart aleck and have it work against me, I want to predict people's behavior and make money from it. So this is one way on how to do that. And the older I get and the more I see what people do and the more I study psychology, the easier it looks. Because people, like, often I have a face palm and I feel like people are really predictable. So, not us, of course. We're awesome. It's other people that are predictable, right? All right, and I'm trying to have fun with it. So, let me see, your comments are coming in. Okay, so yes. So yeah. So I didn't watch that SNL episode. Instead, I just looked at the chart. And what did the chart say? The chart said that was right here. I remember I was looking directly at the chart. I was sitting right where I'm sitting right now. And I was watching this. And first of all, I thought that was the top already. I had a video that said, was that the top? So when it came up even more, I thought maybe it's an expanded flat correction. Something like that. But now, obviously, I changed the count once I saw this come up. You can go back to my videos right around here and see what I was saying while this was happening. So yeah, I thought this was the top. So when it came up even more, I was like, I was skeptical. And then right when SNL started, it was like 5 minutes in, and then wham, it started just crashing down. Was I surprised at that? No. Why was I not surprised at that? Because I can predict what people are going to do. And let me try to explain. I mean, in my mind, it's easy to guess because I don't have, I'm not thinking so slow in long sentences. But, people, I could see the hype. I could see the hype rolling up to SNL. And I was saying to myself and probably to others, what are they thinking SNL is going to do? Like, I think it's funny, kind of. Like, what are people thinking? I would definitely never buy something because Elon Musk is going to be on SNL. I mean, let me try to explain why I would think like that. First of all, SNL sucks recently. Sorry to say it so bluntly, but that's what I say, so be it. It's not my fault it sucks. It's Mike Myers is no longer on it, so or whoever your favorite person was. So, like, what are people thinking is going to happen? Really? That Elon Musk is going to talk about Dogecoin on SNL, and that they're going to somehow make money from that? Why? That just doesn't compute to me. But instead, what computes to me is that a bunch of sharks are sitting here thinking Elon Musk is going to be on SNL. All the idiots in the world are all going to line up thinking it's going to go up, and then they're just going to dump it onto those people. And I'm not being pessimistic. I'm explaining what happened. Because the people that sold it, why did people sell it up there? Did people really sell it because Elon Musk's mom said a joke or something? Like, I did watch it later. I did watch the monologue days later, or maybe a week later. But don't make buying decisions off of someone's tweet. That's kind of what I keep saying about my videos. Don't make buying decisions based on my videos, because then you're going to be mad at me if it goes down. When really you should be mad at yourself for not studying Elliott Waves enough, or something like that. That's more along the lines of my thinking. I know that that's too brutally honest, because half the viewers just signed off. But anyway, start telling the truth, and people didn't like it. I had a bunch of people viewing at once a minute ago, so I guess I should be careful what I say. But anyway, I'm just saying that's kind of what I'm thinking happened. I was already thinking that it was the top, and I have a module about this in my new program that's coming out, is that there was a sell signal here and here. So that's why I thought it was the top. Plus, well, it was difficult for me to read the Elliott waves, but there were some Elliott wave, there was 5 waves up. In hindsight, I can see it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I spelled this out 100 times back then, right after it happened, just to show people what Elliott waves are. You can see the subwaves. And I should change the color. Okay. Does that make sense? So, okay. I know that's a lot drawn on the chart, and it's a cluster, you know what. But let me delete these really quick. And so this was the 5th wave. I knew that. I knew that this 5th wave right here, I knew that that was happening. So I thought it was here. Then I thought it was, well, obviously it was here, not here. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 subwaves in this 5th wave. And there's 5 are they called microwaves or mini waves, inside the subwaves. So right there is 5 waves up, correction. 5 waves up, correction. 5 waves up, and that was the 5th wave of a 5 wave up. So that, my friends, I knew was going to be some kind of catastrophic kerplunk, and that's why I didn't get wiped out. And that's why, in fact, I was able to make some money off of these bounces, because I was able to get out, because I knew it wasn't just going to magically continue going up. So I know some people think it's going to just magically keep going up, but that's not how it works. It's not about you or me specifically. It's about everyone, every single person trading. So it's like a mass psychology, like sociology, actually. So that's what I'm basing all my trading off of. Trying not to trade on what I think I want to happen. I'm trading on what I think other people want to happen. The whole masses of people, in fact. Let's see. Lucas said, Isaac said, hopefully we don't get more bad news with hackers and Bitcoin. Well, I think there's some people are looking at the news and trading off of the news. But like I keep saying, I'm trading off of the chart, regardless of the news, because it's not the news itself that matters. It's people's reaction. Remember these smiley faces? It's people's reaction to the news that matters. So I saw I see headlines all the time. In fact, I'm thinking about doing another segment about crypto or investing or both, where I go through the news and make fun of it. Because like the news is not like, let me think about how I want to phrase this. It's not that the news doesn't matter at all, but the news doesn't know what's going on. The news is so full of you-know-what. I don't care what the news says, personally. In fact, I probably would do the opposite of what the news said, more likely. So if the news is starting to say something about crypto, then it's time to be careful not to jump in. That's kind of, and I am kind of a contrarian, not all the time, but I just want to put that out there that I'm more likely to be a contrarian and go opposite of what most people do. That's just what I do, and it serves me pretty well. However, I'm not like, I want to get on the wave. So I want to get in and ride the wave. So you're not really a contrarian. It's just at those key moments where, at the peaks and at the bottoms, where when people are freaking out, I'm trying to stay calm and think rationally about what's going on. And if I feel that people are panicking, and if I was going long and then if I was starting to lose my position, lose money or lose currency, where I'm starting to freak out, then I'm going to try to say, wait a minute, don't freak out, stay rational, what's happening right now? What's happening right now? And then I get like a clear thinking where the emotions fade away and I'm left with my inner self. I'm getting really philosophical about this. I don't know if this would work for a lot of people, but if you know yourself really well, then you have a chance. If you get caught up in the hype easily, then you will be in danger of getting wiped out by the swings. And I'm looking for those swings, such as right here, or even more so right there, right here. I'm looking for those swings where everyone else is getting extreme. Then I'm starting to feel opportunity. Does that make sense? All right, I think I'm going to wrap this one up. I went way longer. Oh, did I do an hour? All right, 5 more minutes will make it an hour. Or wait, I did an hour and a half. This has been an hour and a half live. Awesome. The comments made it fun, so I appreciate everyone that's been commenting. Let me see, I didn't read them all yet. Someone said, Learn to Code said, love to hear an analysis on PLTR. I did one the other day. If you're still watching, I did PLTR the other day. I can do it again. Also, is your analysis on Doge similar to Bitcoin? I don't know. I'll check out Bitcoin. It's been a while since I looked at Bitcoin, several days or maybe a couple weeks, or actually I can't remember last time I did Bitcoin. It's been a couple weeks, I think, so I can do another Bitcoin. I think I'll do that in the next video probably, because this one is been an hour and a half already. So let's see. And then Lucas said, my question is, isn't social media and TV a part of human psychology, especially in this generation? Kind of. Kind of. Because people will react to it. So it isn't the truth. But it can get a reaction out of people, at least temporarily. So even though the news and media is usually wrong about everything, and I mean, I'm laughing, but it's not a joke. They only are accurate on the very surface level. I don't take part in that. For me, the more I block out TV and media, the better I feel and the more successful I am. So, yeah, they try to trigger, the media does trigger weak-minded people. But this generation is also susceptible to get wiped out by the more experienced people that are involved. So, yes, it is part of the psychology, but it's the chart is what is showing the psychology the best. That way you can see it directly on the chart and you don't have to guess what people are thinking. You can see them doing it. Either a bunch of people, and you can see the order books somewhere. I don't, on some trading platforms, you can see like the buy and sell orders stacked up, and you can actually look and see where people's market orders are. That would be valuable to look at. I forgot where I used to look at that on. But you have to keep in mind that there are people waiting for the dum-dums to do something, because then they're going to take advantage of them. And that's what the young people don't understand. I've done business for over 15 years, so I understand what it's like to get tricked. And I understand what it's like for the heavy hitters to just be there licking their chops, waiting to wreck the morons. When the doofuses come rolling in with their inexperienced money, throwing it around everywhere, there's someone with more experience licking their chops like a lion or a tiger sitting in the weeds, waiting for the doofus wildebeest to just stand there eating. And then they jump out, and the wildebeest are in a big herd, and they all panic. And do you see what I'm saying? It is a jungle out there, definitely. And that's the part that that's kind of why I'm interested in it to begin with. Because my background is in psychology. So let's see. Isaac said, I got in first when it hit 18 cents. Ooh, nice. And then panic sold the day after SNL. Not bad. That was a pretty good trade. and then now you're buying a little here and there while it's going down. That's kind of what I'm doing. I am doing little trades here and there on the bounces, but it is dangerous to trade in a correction. Isaac said the whole time thinking it was going to bounce back up. So now almost at a complete loss. Oh, really? See, that's where the knowledge of Elliott waves comes into play, because to me it was obvious that it's not going to come back up. Although I did, at the beginning, there was a possibility of an A, B, C correction. So this B never happened. Like all right here, I was going, come on, come on. But that didn't happen, or else I would have that charted out. So, but this W, X, Y, X, Z correction is the most common type of correction. So this is not abnormal, and that's why everyone thinking it's going to bounce back up made me think, not so fast. Here's another reason why I think it's not done. Look at this. Look at this right here. This correction is a subwave of the wave up. This is just wave 2 of the 5 waves. So that's a part, if you can understand, that's just a piece. I got backed out of it. Here we go. This is just a piece of this entire wave here. That entire wave up, this wave 2 was a sub-wave in this wave. So how could we, this correction here is about as long let's see. Hasn't even been that long, but we're just about getting there. And I'm measuring the time length. Does that make sense? Measuring the time length, and at the time people were thinking it was going to bounce, it was not even that big of a correction yet compared to this subwave back here. So I knew that we were in for more. So let's see how long it goes. Now we're finally, if it does a couple more waves, big waves, not tiny, not the subwaves, then might be another wave up might start. But corrections can go double corrections and triple corrections. If you study Elliott waves, there are double corrections and triple corrections. So it's never a good idea to say, oh, that was the end of the correction, and then to just assume that we're in a new bull market. That's not a good idea. And I'm not permanently bearish, what people call a perma-bear. I'm not perma-bear, but I'm not perma-bull either. I know I'm looking for the next bull market, yes, of course. But I also know that corrections can be big, all the way up to like 80%, which is the Fibonacci 0.786 line. That's why people say the market could go down 80%. Well, more precisely 78.6%. Because that's a common Fibonacci line, which can predict the resistance levels. I talk about that in my program as well. Lucas said, I'm very interested in your course. Awesome. Reach out to me. There's a link in the description, or at the bottom of the description, and maybe I can get you into my course before I officially launch it to the public. I'll give you a huge discount for helping me test it out, and it would be a win-win for both of us. I do want to get probably like 5 people in the course to test it out, so that, you know, before I release it to a lot more people, I want to have some people in there that might have some more ideas of adding something or editing something, who knows. Or they might say, it's awesome as it is, thank you, and have good results from it, which would be great too. All right. I'm almost through the comments. Trying to learn the day trading part to make something while at a loss. Oh yeah, that's kind of what I've been doing, is dollar cost averaging and playing some of these bounces. So what you would probably want to look at is the RSI. That's the relative strength index indicator up here at the top. And you can see I have circles drawn on it everywhere. Those are basically my buy and sell signals. From those, to me, are the most useful. And I have videos about that, and I also made a new video in my course just about that specifically. All right, so I've been live for over an hour and a half. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. My channel is about to be monetized. I'm so excited. So I'm going to be doing lives maybe every day. If people keep tuning in live and asking a lot of questions and making a lot of comments like you did today, I'll keep doing it. So thank you for the support. Thank you for the likes. If there's anyone else watching that didn't like it yet, make sure to hit like. That really does, it seriously does help the YouTube algorithm. Without hitting like, then the videos really struggle. But if a lot of people like it and comment, it helps out a lot. It's very noticeable. It's not... So thank you so much. Isaac said thanks until next time. It's helpful. Awesome. Glad to hear a lot of different people are getting a lot of value out of these. So as long as that's still the case, I'll keep making them. And as long as you keep watching them, I'll keep doing it. So I'll see you in the next one. I'll probably do another live tomorrow. And I'll probably do it at 5 p.m. Eastern again until I figure out a different schedule. But I'll post something. And if you want me to go live at a certain time, I posted a poll on my channel asking when I should go live. And make sure to comment or take that poll, because I'm just getting into the swing of going live. And I want your feedback on when are the best days and the best times for the live streams. Also, are you interested in the Doge or crypto or investing news and not just the technical analysis on the chart? Because I have quite a different perspective than a lot of people, and I see some of these big YouTube channels. You know, I'm not disrespecting them or anything. I see a lot of their videos and what they think is going on, or the way they think about the market, is not, I don't think, is very accurate. So I've been wanting to take a look at different articles just to say this is full of BS, or this is funny, or where did they come up with this, or whatever. So let me know, and I'll do another segment. If I get enough people that want to see something like that, I'll do another segment where I talk about all the different news that I'm coming across and talk about if I think it's relevant or just clickbait, news articles to make money for some company, which is probably what it is usually. All right. That being said, thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. I was going to end the video like 40 minutes ago, and a bunch of people started commenting like crazy right when I was going to end it. So I stuck it out for another 40 minutes to respond to all your comments. And a bunch of people now are coming on again. Now that every time I say I'm going to sign off, every time I'm going to sign off, a bunch of people start viewing. Okay, I Exist commented, just think, what would you do as a market maker? That's a good question. Yes, that's a great question. Rather than panicking and FOMOing or YOLOing and waiting for Elon Musk to tweet something, that's pathetic I know that's a bit harsh for some people, but like, what's so good about Elon Musk that better than you? Why is he better than you? He isn't. He has just gotten better results than you so far. Financial results, anyway. I don't know what his life is like. It might suck. But he has gotten better results at XYZ. That doesn't mean he's better as a person, or, you know what I'm trying to say? You have just as much hours in a day as Elon Musk. So why is he more successful than you? Why are people waiting for him to tweet? They should just go and make it happen themselves, in my opinion. But anyway, that's the life coach in me talking. I feel the motivational speech coming on. I better sign off now while I have some voice left in me, because I've been just talking nonstop for the last hour and 45 minutes without even taking a breath. Actually, let me take a sip of water, and then I could probably go another hour and a half. All right. Drank some water. Let's go for it. As long as you guys keep commenting, I'll stick around. I'm a whore for watch time. Just being brutally honest. Because my channel is about to get monetized, I just need a little bit more watch time. And I'm excited like a little kid. Because I've been wanting to have a monetized channel for years and years. Even before I started my channel 7 years ago, I wanted to, have a successful channel. Years before I even started one. So I've been looking forward to this for a really, really long time. Once I finally put in the work and understood how YouTube works a little bit, then my channel started doing well, or at least improving. Before I really knew how the algorithm worked, it was really difficult, and it was not working for me at all. And at the meantime, I had I do internet marketing, and I had other brands. One of my companies had about 200,000 followers across Facebook, Instagram, email, and so for part of the time on my channel, this channel, it hasn't made any money the whole time. So we're getting there. We're getting really close, though, to breaking even and profiting. So of course I'm extremely excited. None of the people watching probably care, But I will do a giveaway and then you'll care. I do want to do videos about how much, YouTubers make once I get it monetized and get a check. I've been looking forward to making that video for over a year. So Isaac said, I shared it. Maybe it will help you. Thank you so much. It definitely will help. When other people share my videos, it gets a much better result than when I share it myself, because people want that third-party share. They don't want to see me promoting my thing, because I'm pumping out content left and right. And when someone else promotes it, it really does help. So thank you so much, Isaac. You rock. And to the other people watching that were interested in my course, reach out to me. The first 5 people, I will give you a super amazing deal that will be impossible to refuse, just because I want to get 5 people to test it out so that I can have an official launch later on. But I need some test subjects. So for it to benefit both of us, win-win, I will give you an amazing deal so that you can get in early, and we can both, theoretically, we can both make money off of it. But I can't guarantee that you'll make money from following my trading course, because that would there's too many variables that could go wrong for anyone to guarantee anything. However, I will say I've been finding it very simple and almost easy to trade Doge, because I think because it's based almost purely on psychology. Like, there's no real asset backing up Doge. There's no like gold or silver or anything backing it up, so it's pretty much purely market psychology, which to me, although that makes it kind of dangerous in some ways, it also makes it a good opportunity, because it's just been really easy for me to see the waves, and although it's not 100% foolproof, I have been making money so far without knocking on wood, and during a massive correction, which is the hardest time and also the stupidest time to trade. All right. Thank you again. I'm gonna sign off for the 3rd and final time. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. If you're watching this in the replay, you can also leave comments and I will answer in the comment section. Again, thank you so much for all the support. I really appreciate it, and these videos are for you, so keep giving me feedback and I'll keep making it happen. And whoever asked me for PTLR and BTC, Bitcoin, I will do that tomorrow, as long as I remember. I will add that to the live video tomorrow. If you haven't liked this video yet, please leave it a thumbs up. I would appreciate that, and it would really help. And on that note, see you tomorrow. Peace.